Someone in chat recommended me I take a look at this TikTok Tradwife influencer named Savannah Stone. Apparently she put out a video today complaining about being silenced by the left, but just in general, her content is apparently pretty good. Her bio is normalizing liking your husband, host of A Good Wife. I guess A Good Wife is the name of Good Wife is the name of her show, but normalizing liking your husband, it's I don't know, it feels weird. What do you mean normalizing liking your husband? I guess there is a trend of partner shaming on platforms like TikTok, but I have a feeling it's gonna be more than just, hey, partner shaming your husband is cringe.
Is he bothering you, Queen? Wait, you cook for him? You know
POV, the comment section under every post of a happily married woman.
we have rights now, right? You should check his phone. Check his phone, check his phone, check his phone. Me if I got a lobotomy. Lavender marriage. No man deserves this. All this for a man and he's just providing for you? Ugh, the bare minimum. He's definitely cheating on you. No, he's definitely cheating on you. Is he
I like the he's providing for you and doing the bare minimum bit. Meanwhile, like, women have never been working more and making more money than they are right now. And meanwhile, the chuds are mad about it. The like trad husbands are mad about that because they want to be able to say, well, you have to be my sex slave because I provide for you. And now women are like, okay, then we'll provide for ourselves. And the guys are like, no, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. No, you're not supposed to. No, we have to be the providers. Then we can shame and guilt you for it. And act like you guys don't want to do anything and you're lazy and you need men to take care of you. No, you can't do that. No. That's literally the entire incel movement. Really? Okay.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if he's paying the mortgage so that you can use the money that you make to get your nails done, your hair done, go shopping, grab a coffee, travel, do fun things, or you guys run a business together, then he's still providing. What is extremely underrepresented on social media is young couples who get married young and they're grinding.
Like, is this like the hedging for like the dink couples, like dual income, no kid, or just D couples, dual income? Like, so it's the husband is still the provider, even if you're in a dual income household. Can we go back to when people weren't toxic about marriage and it was like, it's a partnership, an equal partnership till death do us part. The husband and the wife have equal critical roles to carry about in the marriage or it falls apart. Like, that's the reality of marriage. But what is this weird, toxic, conservative, like, worldview on marriage where it's like the woman has her place and the man has his place? Like, there's a difference between having roles and having a place. Because roles are sort of an objective thing, but having a place in a marriage is very subjective and prescriptive as well.
And hustling together in order to build a beautiful life. I have heard now from multiple divorce lawyers that social media is a huge cause of women filing for divorce. Why? Because they're comparing their 100% reality of their relationship to someone else's 1% reality of their relationship on social media. Social media glamorizes the stay-at-home girlfriend, wealthy man dynamic and says that is what providing looks like. Social media is great for a lot of things, but the reality is it is also designed to make you think that your life is not enough, that your husband is not enough, that the work he does is not enough, that he's not providing enough, he's not doing enough, he's not buying you enough stuff, he's not taking you on enough.
Stay-at-home girlfriend? I don't even know, man. That stay-at-home girlfriend, that's a leech? Like, I wouldn't say that. Like, it depends on what the household needs are, right? Like, at the end of the day, if you're a guy and you come home and your girlfriend has done all of the household, like, necessities, when you get home from work, you're gonna be like, oh, what an angel. Oh my God. But like if you're coming home and like she's just kind of been chilling all day and she's like, all right, you ready for us to do some chores? You know, when you get home from work, it's like, okay, yeah, it's a bit leechy. It's a little bit leechy, I won't lie. You know, you gotta either work or pull your weight. Otherwise it's a little bit cringe. The 19-year-old tradwives don't realize there's a little escape plan in this life. There is little escape plan in this lifestyle. You have no education and no income. Even my mom had an associate's and job on the side. Yeah, like you just, I've heard defenses of like the choice for women to choose like the housewife lifestyle. And it's because, you know, let's say you consider men a threat in some way. Getting married to a man means you're basically guaranteeing that the only man that'll be a regular threat to you on a regular basis is your husband, you know? It's like agreeing that this is the guy who's going to be the problem. I've heard this from some like rad femme types as to why they get married. And it's like, man, marriage has gotten toxic. It's gotten toxic. That feels very brutal.
Vacations. And that is all a lie, and it's designed to make you
Yeah, better the devil you know, basically. Yeah, it's like, that's brutal, man.
miserable in your relationship. So you as a married woman, you chose the man that you're with in sickness and in health, for poorer or for richer. I'm going to be with you through all of it. We're going to do this together. And you're scrolling on social media and you're seeing other girls being able to do things that you're not able to do at the time with your husband, and you're comparing your husband to the man that they're with. That's when it's time to take a break from social media. What you need to
How many women are out here complaining that their husband doesn't make enough money to take them to like I don't know, a tropical beach vacation because they see a husband that can afford that on social media and think, oh my god, I need to leave my man. He's not offering enough. What is this content for? Like, is she making content for hoes? Or because like what's truly happened that's like broken Gen Z's brain is that a dichotomy that was fully understood for decades, for generations, has completely broken down for Gen Z. We used to understand there are hoes, and then there are people who are like a little bit more like moderate and normal, and then there are people who are like full-on prudes, right? And it could be men and it could be women. Some dudes are hoes, some women are hoes, some dudes are normal about their like amount of sex they have in sexuality, some women are normal about the amount of sex they have in their sexuality, and some are super repressed prudes, right? And we had like words for types of people, woman or man, based on how they operated, right? You had the term gold digger for the type of like women who were kind of hoes that were just after a little bit of money. They go after like older men and stuff. But now all of this is diluted, and the incel community is like, all women are gold diggers, all women are hoes. They've popularized like super niche phrases from chicks online that are hoes, like the hoe phase, and now it's like a meme that every girl has a hoe phase, and it's like, okay, like we used to understand, like yeah, for example, Helix says I'm kind of a man whore myself, philosophically speaking. Yeah, there you go, right? Like we have the term man whore, and that was a phrase that was very common for a long time, because even for a bit we were self-aware enough to recognize men and women aren't that different. Some of us are extra horny, sex obsessed, freaks, home wreckers, gold diggers, abusers. They exist among both sides, and we had words that were specific to the action to describe these people. We didn't make it the super gender essentialist thing. I'm getting a little stun locked, but I could rant about this for hours.
Realize is when you said I do, you committed to the mission that God has your marriage on. Every single married couple has.
But yeah, like what she's saying right now is not advice for women. It's advice for hoes. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Stop posting arguments online.
True. Thank you, Crash Elements. I appreciate the 70s czar. I forget where czar comes from. You should let me know in chat. I'm a dumb American. Oh.
I'm gonna come.
It's not just women. I didn't realize until breaking up with my ex-fiancé in 2022, she was verbally and emotionally manipulative and abusive.
Yeah, that's why I always say women are just men with less muscles. There are amazing, absolutely like top tier, top shelf people that are women and men, but there are also absolutely bottom shelf people that are women and men, you know? And it's when you let anecdotal generalizations color your entire perception of whole groups that you become a brain-rotted chud of some kind.
It's a different mission. Sometimes it's going to look like literally going on mission trips with your husband. Sometimes they run a business together. Sometimes it's a completely different dynamic. Every single marriage looks different, and that's the beauty of it. So become obsessed with the specific mission that God has you on with your husband, and stop comparing your 100% reality of your relationship to someone else's 1%. I promise it will help you a lot. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if he's
cool. What
I
else?
always find it interesting that the top listened to podcasts for men are all self-help podcasts, but the top...
No, they're not. What? No, they're not. Wait, Joe Rogan is not a self-help podcast. He was number one for a while. Who's currently number one? The guy with the mullet and the cap? He's not a self-help guy. What? This isn't even anecdotally true. Like, for me and all my guy friends, we watch comedy podcasts. Maybe workout podcasts, simply... Theo Vaughn, thank you. Just because, like, working out is just a male interest in general. Like fitness stuff, like fitness equipment. There's just a part of my male brain that sees, like, any kind of gym equipment, especially if it's brand new and has brand new gym equipment smell, and it, like, sets off a neuron in my brain that, like, there is a part of my brain dedicated to sort of, like, indulge industrial gym aesthetic that just lights up when I go inside of like a big corporate gym. Not even corporate gyms, but like a real deal gym where it's like, everything is like relatively well upkept or new equipment, like lots of weights everywhere, the racks, the mirrors and stuff. Like just that vibe lights up. It activates neurons in me as a man, and I imagine a lot of guys are like that. So it's less that guys like self-help stuff and more that self-improvement associated hobbies are really popular to listen to among men. Even if you're not like a guy who works out all the time, well, at the very least, you can listen to stuff about working out all the time, Anyone talking about God is not a good source of advice, honestly. True.
Listen to podcasts for women is Call Her Daddy. Debauchery and degeneracy is pushed so heavily towards women that you actually have to wake up every single day and
this is one of those incel meme talking points that the biggest podcasts that men listen to are self-help and self-improvement, while women just listen to podcasts about like host stories, basically. I watched the Call Her Daddy podcast appearance with Kamala Harris, and they were not talking about sex. They were not talking about sex at all, okay? So we're already off to a weird start. Maybe the Call Her Daddy podcast does get into that kind of stuff, but I think the name is, like, is it just because the name of it is Call Her Daddy? Is that why? Is that why it's like seen as a slutty podcast or something? I haven't watched much of it, so maybe she is right, but I don't trust her, to tell you the truth. Also, I don't want to be mean, but you know what? South Park has made fun of it. At this point, the cat's out of the bag, okay? If South Park's made jokes about this recently, then you can't get on my ass, because I can't be less edgy than South Park. Dude, she's got the conservative tradwife plastic surgery going on, and what is she, like, less than 30? That's fucking sad, bro. Like, the amount of, like, I don't want to hate on anybody who's gotten plastic surgery, but I do think that feeling like you need to have plastic surgery, you should agree that, like, she's 21 or so. Yeah, you should agree that when like teenagers and early 20s feel like they need plastic surgery, that's problematic. We recognize it when like clavicular is making men feel that way, but like this has been a problem that women have dealt with for a long time, and it's like, it's just sad. It's just sad. Have you also seen the beauty standards start to shift in the last 2 years? Like a very inorganic push to make skinny, rail-thin skeleton women like the new, like back to being the meta. Like asses and thick thighs and giant tits are kind of like going away as like the beauty standard. They're trying to bring back like rail-thin skeleton. There's been some talk about it in relation to this, and when I first noticed it, yeah, buccal fat removal surgery, Ozempic, that's part of it, but no, hold on. So there's been conspiracies about like something going on behind the scenes with the cast of Wicked. Like maybe there's like some abuse happening with like the actors or something like that. But I honestly have been thinking ever since I saw this is real, by the way. There's been a lot of discussion about like Ariana Grande. She clearly has had a history with ED, eating disorders, but like everybody in Wicked has an eating disorder right now. Now, I don't think you guys realize, but like plays are one of the most popular, musicals and plays are one of the most popular like cultural things in the world, like, and have been even in the age of the internet. Like think back to when Hamilton came out. Wicked was fucking massive. So when I see cultural indicators in something like Wicked, it sticks with me. It feels like it might be a turning point for our culture. Seeing the like unbelievably thin like actors and actresses for Wicked, it's like I don't want to be like the weirdo who's like over analyzing people's bodies, but it's like it feels like the culture has moving right has led to the celebrities changing their image to match it, and they're enforcing a sort of Ouroboros of this, because like this just doesn't seem, I don't know. I want to do a whole deep dive into it someday.
Zara South African Rand. The biggest problem is people post the smallest little arguments online. Most people don't air their dirty laundry online if they truly love their partner.
Oh, true. Okay, thank you for that, Crash Elements. Thanks for the clarification. And yeah, I definitely agree that the partner shaming stuff is cringe, but yeah. Sorry for the little stun lock there. It's just I've been thinking about that for a while, and I felt I needed to say it.
Choose not to listen to those things. You not only have to fight it when you're scrolling through your algorithm, but you also have to fight this war that's going on in your mind. There is so clearly a war on young women's minds, and there has been for a very long time. Not only when it comes to your lifestyle and the way that you think, but your actual identity. We don't know what to put our identity into because we're constantly being sold a new identity. This is called a coherent aspirational identity system, and there's a new one pretty much every 6 months to a year. So these billionaires in boardrooms that we talked about that own these platforms, they create these coherent aspirational identity systems, and then they attach them onto your favorite influencer or celebrity. So as a
This might be true. I feel like she might just be outing some insider knowledge on what the TikTok sort of creator landscape is like. From what I understand, there are big like management agencies that have like corporate boardroom meetings on how to like give marching orders to the creators they sponsor to like maximize their reach and like cultural impact each month. I've heard a lot of stories of this, so I think she might just be like giving us inside info on how the management industry for TikTokers goes. So I won't pick this bit apart.
woman consuming this content, you're never going to feel enough because you can't have what they have. This is why women's bodies go in and out of trend, by the way. Have you ever noticed that this is only a woman's thing and not a man's thing? It used to be
What?
curvy, BBL, big boobs, small waist, and now we're back to the 90s.
Wait, no, okay, hold on, not delusional. Okay, she even agrees. You know I didn't pre-watch this because I had no idea who this lady even was. I'd never heard of her before until someone in chat recommended I cover this. Dude, we're mind-melded. Oh my god. I'm mind-melded with this random Tradwife chud. Oh my god. She's noticed. She's a noticer as well. But no, it's so real. Like, we are living right now through this, like, very small window of transition between our culture loving and sexualizing the big booty, BBL, big thighs, which, you know, I'm not gonna lie, that's my preference. And now we're going back to, like, rail thin skinny as the female beauty standard. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. I'm sorry. I like thick, all right? I like thick.
90s skinny style. And in a few years, it's going to
Not that skinny is bad, it's just, I like thick, okay?
change again. And you cannot keep up with it. And that's the entire point. These are all campaigns designed to keep you spending money because women have the most power in the consumer market, to keep you depressed because you feel like you'll never be as beautiful as that person, you'll never have the things that they have, and to keep you distracted. It's also to psyop your mind because somehow we've convinced an entire generation of women that marriage is slavery and you should never be dependent on a man, but selling your nudes for $5.99 a month is somehow independent and you're not relying on
$5.99 a month? God damn, you gotta price that shit at like, God, at least more than a month of like membership on my stream. Good God.
men. And if you pay close attention, you will see that every single big celebrity, every single big influencer, they all have the same message, even if it's subtle. I always find it interesting.
There is an element of truth to that. Yeah, there is an element of truth to that. But it's ironic that she is speaking of this as a conservative, like Tradwife type, who is actively, like, on the side of the cultural push that is currently taking place, that is being pushed on people. So it's a little ironic she's the one calling it out. But, man, I thought it was going to be a stun lock. I thought my rant about, like, the Wicked thing was going to be a total unrelated stun lock I'd honestly want to edit out of the video, but then it ended up being extremely relevant, and I even predicted, I said a take that is true, I think, or at least an observation I have, before she even could, so I feel like I cooked there. I feel like I cooked, and if you think I did, leave a like down below, and subscribe and ring the bell icon, and comment as well to boost the video and the channel and the algorithm. On top of that, I don't know if you know this, but only about 10% of my fans and viewers tend to like my videos. Drop that thumbs up. So if you up the ratio by leaving a like as well, when you normally don't, it really does help. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.